Hey everyone, it's me again, and I am here with a very interesting video for you today. This video comes at the request of a very special subscriber of mine named Jess. Hey girlfriend, how you doing? From Australia? Holy crap, I have a subscriber from Australia, that's amazing. He challenged me to do my makeup and a fresh haircut in one video. Holy cow. Normally, when it comes to editing, I can barely edit down my makeup tutorials to 15 minutes each, so to put makeup and hair in a video that's not going to be stupid long is going to be really challenging for me. But I needed a simple makeup look to do a kind of get ready with me for, and then I was perusing in, you know, the little mini mart on Base, and I found an issue of Cosmo. Now, I haven't bought an issue of Cosmo in I don't know how long. I don't think I've ever bought one myself, but my cousin used to get them, so I would read them from her. But this was the 50th anniversary issue. It had some stuff about beauty in it, so I was like, why not? I'll pick it up. And what drew me most to it was the cover shoot. Madonna's on the cover. Madonna's spread is stunning. She looks amazing. Hasn't aged a day. I don't know what she does, but holy cow, I'm on board with it. And her makeup look for this shoot, because she was wearing a lot of like chains and black and like leather and lace and lingerie, and it's such a sexy shoot, but her makeup was surprisingly simple. She had a very simple shadow look on. It was all about these big, thick, voluptuous, clumpy lashes and this bright red glossy lip. I was in love, and I was like, this is the perfect simple look to try and replicate for a get ready with me as a part of this video. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Be sure to pick up the issue of Cosmo. It's photographed by Ellen von Unworth, who did an amazing job with Madonna. She looks stunning, and she was styled by B. Aukerland, just to give credit where credit's due. But yeah, go check that look out, and if you want to know how to get the makeup look that I think is as close as I can get it from that shoot, then just keep on watching. Hey everyone, okay, this is going to be a pretty quick kind of get ready with me sort of thing, so I'm going to get right into it. To save time, I've already done my eyebrows, because let's be honest, my eyebrows are never going to look like Madonna's. They are much thinner and much more blonde than mine, so unless I bleached them, they're not going to look the same. So I just did my normal brow routine, and I've already done my foundation and concealing. Again, I have a whole video devoted to that you guys saw a couple weeks ago. I'll put it right there. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and go watch it, or it'll be in the cards up above. I'll go ahead and do my face, and then we'll pop over to my eyes. So she does have some contouring, so I'm going to use my NYX blush in taupe like always, and just do a little bit of contouring. She had it in a kind of triangle shape right about there. Now, when you have mature skin, you have to be pretty careful with contouring. As you age, you lose the fullness in your face sometimes, so you don't want to make yourself look dead. Bronzer, she doesn't really have a whole lot, but I can tell she has a little bit up by her hairline, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Not gonna do a whole lot of bronzing on the cheeks, maybe a little bit just above the contour, just to warm things up a teensy bit. But most of her bronzing is done right up here around the hairline, so it doesn't really make much sense for me to bronze there most of the time, but I'm going to do it today, because you know what? YOLO. And then the last thing for her face is blush. She does have a very peachy kind of blush on, and so I'm going to use Milani Luminoso. Mind you, this is probably not the products they use on her, but this is what I'm using to attempt to recreate the look. Just going to use a very targeted, small tapered brush from e.l.f., and she had it up on top of the cheekbone, blending down a little bit, which was actually kind of strange for me, but I don't judge. Her blush in the shoot is also really far backward. She doesn't really have a whole lot on the apples of her cheeks at all. And for mature skin types, that's exactly what you want. You want something that's really swept very far back, because if you put blush on the apples of your cheeks and you have a mature skin type, then it's gonna make your face kind of droop a little bit and make it look a little saggy. And what we want is to lift. So we'll put a little tiny bit of highlight on, but for mature skins, you want to really kind of stray away from shimmer as much as possible because shimmer tends to enhance fine lines and such. But her highlight is actually pretty white. It's not golden, it's more of a pearl. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Spotlight in, you guessed it, pearl, and I'm just gonna dot a little tiny bit of this on the tops of my cheekbones. And she's got some on the bridge of her nose, a little on her chin, just like that. So very soft, very subtle, but still a kind of pearl highlight going on. Now for eyes. Her eye look in this shoot is actually remarkably simple, which is part of what kind of drove me to want to do this, because I was like, oh my god, for once a photo shoot look that's like stupid easy. She's got a color on her lids that's kind of a almost cool toned beigey gold color, and the closest I could find in my entire collection to something like that is in the Mega Pro palette. I've been using this a lot this month, you guys, and it's the color Cashmere, which is right there, but use whatever you have. You know, go out and get a copy of the magazine, look up the pictures, and see, you know, what colors in your collection match this. I'm gonna take an eyeshadow C brush, and this is kind of very willy-nilly packed on the lid. So since that is a little bit light, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the color right next door, Smoky Topaz, very lightly on the outside edge. Taking that color and packing it kind of over most of where we put Cashmere, just because Cashmere is a little bit too light. And the color she's got on is a very taupey kind of cool toned color. And now in the center between where we put those two colors, I'm going to go back in with a touch of Cashmere and just tap it on the center in a patting motion to kind of really concentrate that color. Okay, so now the shadow is mostly done. It was kind of tough for me to figure out what liner Madonna was wearing in this look. My best guess is copper, because I do see a hint of copper behind her lashes, but this is a very lash heavy look, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Revlon Color Stay Liner in Topaz as I drop it, and I'm just going to put that in a kind of thick layer across the upper lashes. And if you fuck up a little bit, we're going to smudge this out, so don't even worry about it. Now that that's sloppily applied, I'm going to go ahead and take a kind of thick angle brush. They call this a flat eyeliner brush from Satina Beauty, but it is really more like a brow brush to me. You see how thick that is? But I'm just going to use this because it is great for smudging out liners. And we're just going to soften the edge. All this shimmer up top, she does have a grounding of a matte, soft brown underneath the lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into my chocolate bar palette for this. And you could use either salted caramel right here or milk chocolate up here. I think I'm going to opt for a mix of the two, actually. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. And this goes right up by the lashes. One thing I do know for a fact she has is some white in the waterline. So we're going to go ahead and take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk and expose the waterline. And this is just going to make your eyes pop wide open because she's got a very doe-eyed look going on here. Now lashes. Lashes are pretty much the most important part of this look. Her lashes are thick. They're not too incredibly long. I don't even think they used falsies on her because they look like her natural lashes, but they are extremely thick, almost to the point of being clumpy. So I'm going to go ahead and use the clumpiest mascara I own, which is Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is an awesome mascara, but man, does that brush pick up a lot of product. So when you first take it out, go ahead and take like a piece of tissue and just wipe the excess product off of that brush because it grabs way way more than you actually need. And then I'm just gonna go crazy. And after that dries, go ahead and put on a second coat and then a third if you need to. Just load it the F up. And if your eyelashes look a little bit clumpy, it's okay, that's the point. Alright, woo, that is a different look for me. I'm going to go ahead and do lips. Now her lip is she actually has two different lips on depending on what picture you're looking at in the spread. One of them is a kind of peachy, yeah, very peachy, almost nude, but more peach than nude lip color, which I don't really have the equivalent to that in my collection, so I'm going to do the second option, which is it's a bright glossy red. So first I'm going to line my lips with the NYX retractable lip liner in dark red, and I'm going to do this mostly around the edge and then just shade in the outsides of it. I just filled in the outside edges, and then I'm going to blend them. And surprise, surprise, my first application is going to be the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Red Rum. It is the perfect bright red for this look, and I love it. Now, this lipstick is matte, and you could probably stick with a matte if you wanted to, but her lip is really glossy, so you could do a clear gloss, lip pull. You could do a clear gloss with this, or you could do a red tinted gloss, which would be even better. I'm gonna opt for a red tinted gloss. I'm gonna use the Rimmel Show Off Lip Lacquer in the shade Big Bang. Bam. That lip though. I did end up putting some falsies on because I have almost no lashes of my own to speak of, and I looked at the reference photo again, and you know, it was just like, I need more lash because she's got a ton of lashes. So if you're going to put false eyelashes on, opt for a nice big spiky pair like this. Opt for something that is thicker than it is long, because what you're looking for is volume. She doesn't have a whole lot of length, but she does have a lot of volume going on. So yeah, this is the finished look. Let's do some awkward posing. Awkward posing. Looking down, looking forward, looking fierce. I really love how this look came out. I think it's gonna be great for if you wanna look really, really glam but are in a rush. It's gonna be great if someone invites you on a last ditch night out, like, hey, we're about to go out, you have 10 minutes to get ready. You can pull this look together very, very quickly. I hope you guys learned a lot from this. Don't forget to hit the like button, just spank it. Spank the like button. It's been a naughty like button. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. Don't forget to watch my recommended videos here and here for more of my glorious face, and I will see you guys in the next video. Toodles!